You will all agree that stories are an integral part of our lives. Here is one story that I am going to be sharing with you today, which is very, very close to my heart, and I want to read the story over and over again, right? And the title of the story is Wives. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 4 wives. He loved his fourth wife the most and adorned her with rich robes, jewelry, ornaments, etc., and treated her to the finest of delicacies from all over the world. He gave her nothing less than the best. He also loved his third wife very much and was always showing her off to the neighboring kingdoms. He also loved his second wife. She was his confidence and was always kind and considerate and patient with him. Whenever the king faced a problem, he could confide in her and she would help him get through the difficult times. The king's first wife was a very loyal partner and had made great contributions in maintaining his health and kingdom. However, he did not love his first wife. Although she loved him deeply, the king hardly took notice of her. One day, the king fell ill and he knew his time was short. He thought of his luxurious life and wondered, I now have 4 wives with me, but when I'll die, I'll be all alone. Thus, he asked his fourth wife, I have loved you the most, endowed you with the finest of jewelries and clothings and the best. I have given you the best, right? Now that I'm dying, will you follow me and give me company? No way, replied the fourth wife, and she walked away without another word. Her answer made the king very sad. The sad king then asked third wife, and he said, I have loved you all my life. Now that I am dying, will you follow me and give me company? No, replied the third wife. Life is too good, and when you die, I am going to remarry my previous love. The king's heart sank in disbelief. He then asked his second wife, and he said to her, I have always turned to you for help, and you have always been there for me. When I die, will you follow me and give me company? I'm sorry, I can't help you out this time, replied the second wife. At the most, I can accompany you till you are cremated. His second wife's answer completely shattered the king, and he was devastated. Suddenly, he heard a very thin and a faint voice. Hey, king, I'll come with you. I'll follow you. No matter where you'll go, I'll give you company. The king looked up, and there was his first wife. She was very skinny and she suffered with malnutrition and neglect. Greatly grieved, the king said, I should have taken care of you when I had the chance. The learning outcome, because you see, every story has a learning outcome. The learning outcome of this story is that we all have 4 wives in our lives. Our fourth wife is a body. No matter how much time and effort we lavish in making it look good, it will leave us when we die. Our third wife is our possessions and status and wealth. When we die, they will all go to the others. Our second wife is our family and friends. No matter how much they love us and how much they want to be there with us and for us, at the most that they can stay with us is the maximum up till the funeral ground. And our first wife is our soul, often neglected in the pursuit of wealth, power, and pleasures of the world. The soul is the only thing that will follow us wherever we go eternally, yet it is the most neglected and ignored. We eat delicious food for the body, but we keep the soul starved of good, positive, and pure and elevated thoughts. We go to the gym to exercise the body, but leave the silent soul unattended. We do not realize till it is too late that the body is just for this life, whereas the soul will be there with us forever. So let's start nourishing the soul by feeding it with the right thoughts, exercising it with practices like forgiveness, unconditional love, compassion, and purity, right? And I must tell you, the source of this story is that I am a follower of Brahma Kumaris, and they have a magazine, monthly magazine, and the story came in that magazine. One of my friends had gifted the subscription of that magazine, and the story came in that magazine, and it has been one of the bestest stories that I've ever come across, right? So think about this story, reflect on this, and let's start working on nourishing our souls.